Don't hurt you, ain't I?
No.
Oh,
no.
he gonna talk about it.
Rasheeda mama be wanting to sit between my legs trying to see if she can feel something.
Don't even go there.
Rasheeda paced back and forth in the living room, her heart pounding from the weight of the rumors swirling around her. She had heard something so shocking the day before that it left her shaken to her core. The whispers of betrayal were more than she could bear, and the thought of it consumed her mind. Her husband, Kirk, was accused of something so deeply personal and painful that it threatened to tear their family apart. Taking a deep breath, Rasheeda gathered the courage to confront him. Kirk, sensing the tension, started to speak, his voice unsteady. "I've been hearing things," she said, her voice trembling with anger. "Rumors about you and my mother." Kirk's face went pale as confusion flickered in his eyes. "What are you talking about, Rasheeda?" he asked, his voice almost pleading. "You know exactly what I mean," she shot back, her anger spilling over. "Stop pretending you don't know. I have proof, Kirk. How could you do this to me? To us? To our family?" The room felt heavy with the weight of her words, the silence broken only by Kirk's attempts to find the right thing to say. His stammering only made it worse. "It's not what you think," he started, his voice barely audible. "Not what I think?" Rasheeda repeated, disbelief etched on her face. "You've been sneaking around with my mother, Kirk. My mother? You were supposed to be my partner, my rock. How could you betray me like this?" Kirk struggled to respond, his words catching in his throat. His eyes darted around the room, searching for an escape, an explanation, anything that could make this moment less unbearable. But there was nothing he could say to undo the pain he had caused. The trust between them, once solid and unshakable, now lay shattered. The air between them was thick with hurt, betrayal, and anger, leaving the future of their family hanging in the balance. Though they tried to find a way forward, things took a turn when Kirk made a mistake. In the end, he shifted his tone from being defensive to sounding desperate. However, Rasheeda remained doubtful. "Do you really think that changes anything?" she asked, her voice filled with pain. "This isn't just a casual misunderstanding. It's deeper than that. It's a betrayal, not just of me, but of my mother and everything our marriage stands for." Kirk stepped closer, his face etched with desperation. "Please, Rasheeda, just let me explain. We can fix this. I know I can make things right." But Rasheeda's voice trembled, not from fear, but from the overwhelming hurt that consumed her. "You made a choice, Kirk," she said, her tone sharp with raw emotion. "You didn't just cross a line. You destroyed something sacred. And now there's no way back." The silence between them was heavy, almost suffocating. Rasheeda fought back tears, refusing to let him see how much she was breaking inside. Memories of their love flashed through her mind, now tainted by his betrayal. She took a deep breath, summoning her strength. "Your actions have consequences," she said firmly, her voice steady even though anger simmered beneath the surface. "I deserve better than this. I deserve loyalty and respect, especially from my husband. You broke my trust in ways I never expected." Kirk's eyes filled with regret as he stumbled over his words. "I never meant to hurt you. I was weak, and I didn't think. That's your excuse." Rasheeda interrupted bitterly. She stepped away from him, needing space to process the whirlwind of emotions inside her. "You're a grown man, Kirk. You knew exactly what you were doing. This wasn't a mistake. It was a choice, a deliberate decision to betray me." Her voice dropped to a whisper, thick with heartbreak. "I can't even look at you right now." Rasheeda's world came crashing down after learning about Kirk's betrayal. She paced the living room, her mind in turmoil, replaying every memory and every lie. His affair wasn't just a mistake. It was a blow that shattered her trust and left her questioning everything they had built together. The evidence was undeniable, and the hurt it caused was immeasurable. Rasheeda knew she had to respond, not from a place of weakness, but with strength and clarity. Meanwhile, Kirk sat alone, overwhelmed by the wreckage his actions had caused. He realized the gravity of what he had done and feared he might have lost Rasheeda forever. Desperation clawed at him as he tried to figure out how to fix something so broken. When Rasheeda finally confronted him, Kirk reached out, grabbing her wrist and pleading, "Please don't walk away. I love you." But his words fell flat. They hung in the air, powerless against the waves of pain and anger crashing over Rasheeda. Tears stung her eyes as she pulled her arm away, her voice trembling but firm. "What you did is the opposite of love. Love doesn't destroy families. How can I trust you again? she asked, her heart breaking. Rasheeda stepped outside, letting the cool night air hit her. It felt like a lifeline, a moment of clarity amid the chaos. She realized she needed space to process everything. Her pain was heavy, but her resolve was stronger. "You shattered everything we built," she told Kirk before leaving. "I don't know if I can ever see you the same way again." Instead of retreating into sadness, Rasheeda decided to take control of her narrative. With determination in her eyes, she arranged a press conference, making sure her voice would be heard. As cameras flashed and reporters leaned in, Rasheeda stood tall at the podium. Her message wasn't just about betrayal. It was about reclaiming her power and showing the world that even in heartbreak, she could rise above. "Thank you all for being here," she began, her voice steady but laced with a spark of excitement. "I have some important things to share today, and I want to be absolutely clear about my plans moving forward." Rasheeda made her entrance in a striking outfit that blended elegance with a subtle rebellious flair, capturing everyone's attention. The air in the room was charged with anticipation, the crowd hanging onto her every word. She paused briefly, ensuring her message would resonate. "As many of you know, my relationship with Kirk Frost has faced some serious challenges recently," she said. Cameras flashed and murmurs swept through the audience as they eagerly awaited her next words. She didn't rush, allowing the suspense to build before flashing a confident smile. "But here's the twist," she continued, her tone unwavering yet full of resolve. "Not only am I moving forward, but I'm doing so with someone who has been a true friend and constant support through all of this." As if on cue, the man in question stepped forward. He was tall, composed, and exuded an air of quiet confidence that stood out amid the chaos of the event. The reporters, buzzing with curiosity, sprang into action. "Who is he? How did you meet?" one asked, the question hanging in the air. With a warm, genuine smile, Rasheeda introduced him. "This is Adrian. We've been seeing each other for some time now. Through all the highs and lows, he's been my rock, and I'm thrilled to have him by my side as I start this next chapter in my life." Adrian met the frenzy with calm self-assurance, shaking hands with reporters and answering questions with ease. His steady demeanor contrasted sharply with the media storm surrounding them. While flashes continued to light up the room, Rasheeda stood tall, radiating strength and optimism. The reporters pressed for more details about their relationship and how it aligned with her public image, but she handled the moment with poise, leaving everyone captivated. "Rasheeda and I became friends, and I am happy to support her as she embarks on new adventures." When the press conference came to a close, Rasheeda showed a mix of calmness and bold defiance, clearly enjoying the chance to take control of her own story. With her hands held firmly together as a symbol of peace and fresh starts, she and Adrian leapt side by side. The cameras continued rolling, capturing every moment of Rasheeda reclaiming her narrative. Her announcement was sure to make headlines, but she was ready for the spotlight. By turning Kirk's betrayal into a declaration of her own strength, Rasheeda showed she was ready to move forward. As the evening went on, Rasheeda felt a sense of freedom. She had weathered the storm of Kirk's infidelity with dignity and strength, and with Adrian by her side, she felt ready to face whatever came next. Her hope and confidence were restored. After 25 years of ups and downs, Rasheeda, the well-known Atlanta hip-hop artist, was finally ready to file for divorce. She had reached her breaking point, and the rumors about Kirk Frost suggested that she was no longer willing to put up with his lies and cheating. Kirk's behavior had long been a source of tension in their marriage, and his actions had often made headlines. One of the most infamous incidents happened during a romantic getaway where his betrayal was captured on camera. This moment became unforgettable for its drama and for Kirk's deceit regarding paternity, especially when Rasheeda was pregnant. By the third season, the situation escalated even further. Kirk took a DNA test to prove he was the father, but that only made things worse. It was in those moments that Rasheeda realized their marriage had too many problems to ignore. The road ahead was uncertain, but with her strength and new sense of independence, Rasheeda was ready to move on. Rasheeda's relationship with Kirk has been full of drama, especially with the involvement of her mother, Charlene, who made headlines when she famously ran over Kirk's motorcycle in a heated argument. Their marriage has been a constant roller coaster of ups and downs, more like a soap opera than a normal relationship. After years of dealing with betrayal and heartbreak, it seems like Rasheeda is finally ready to move on and take control of her life. If the rumors about their divorce are true, it would mark a huge turning point in her life. Rasheeda, a longtime cast member on Asterisk Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta has always worked hard to balance her career, her family, and her personal life. However, it seems the constant drama with Kirk's infidelity and lies has pushed her to the breaking point. After nearly 25 years of trying to make things work, she is finally putting her own happiness and peace first. Many of her fans are rallying behind her decision to end her marriage with Kirk. Their relationship has been one of the most controversial and talked about on *Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta *. At first, Kirk appeared as a supportive husband and manager, helping Rasheeda chase her dreams. But things took a turn for the worse during season 2, when Kirk's behavior began to spiral. Despite efforts to reconcile in season 3, his actions continued to stir up trouble. He hired a bartender to spy on Rasheeda, and soon after, he became hostile and even accused her of cheating when she became pregnant. Things got even worse when Kirk was caught on camera with 2 women and pressured Rasheeda into considering an abortion. The situation reached its breaking point in season 6, when it was revealed that Kirk had fathered a child with a stripper named Jasmine. After a brief separation in season 7, their relationship never fully recovered. Kirk's ongoing infidelity kept causing tension, and it became clear that Rasheeda couldn't keep living in this toxic environment.